Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of June 11th through 24th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, or have another significant Scorpio placement in your chart. If you're new to this reading, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're new to this, well, I should say new to this channel, and if you are returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have everybody here. I have links to my description box below. Sorry, I just had like a brain thing there for a minute. I have links in my description below to my website, to my social media, if you want to check out any of my services or follow anything there. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't to make sure you don't miss these videos. I do something called Morning Coffee with Breege every day on Instagram at 6:30 in the morning, and you will see the recordings of that here on YouTube. They are, and on each of those, I will always do a reading for the day at the end. It's usually a psychological reading where I use the Osho Zen deck, but if those interest you, then you can either join me live or check them out here on YouTube. I do these readings according to the 12 houses of astrology. So each position that I'm looking at here is based on one of the astrological houses. So I'll explain the house meaning first, and house meanings, houses have a lot of meanings. And remember, this is a general reading. So take the aspect of the house and the cards that apply to you and leave the other ones. So if the third house has to do with siblings and you don't have to have siblings, then that aspect of the house does not apply to you, just for example. So yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest. I think I'm going to get started on this right away. Okay, so first house, Scorpio. This is your Aries energy, personality, how you're presenting yourself to people, how others see you. Okay, now this is interesting. We have the Seven of Cups, which is the debauchery card in this one, with the Ankh. So this almost feels like you may be feeling drained of life force right now. Seven of Cups in this card, there's definitely a sense of being exhausted, of energy that's kind of overexpended, particularly emotional energy. Now, as a sign, Scorpio, you tend to not show your emotions. You tend to be very emotional, but you may come across as very, you may come across as somebody who is very detached. But I think that you are somebody where still waters definitely run deep. And so here, I almost feel like there's an emotional exhaustion here. Like there's definitely a need to follow your heart and to focus on what you need emotionally, which maybe is something you have been. So like I said, this is really a card of overindulgence. And sometimes this comes up when we are feeling very, very ungrounded about something. So there just seems to be some kind of a situation where we need to make sure we, get some grounding, put our feet on the ground, and also there might be a need for some air energy too, a need to kind of look at something either very rationally or just in the way of trying to, just detach a little bit and try to take a distance from the situation so it's not so emotionally weighty. It does feel like there's something of an emotional weight right now for you though, right now, Scorpio. The second house is, this is Taurus energy, so this has to do with your finances. Okay, so there seems to be a change. There seems to be a change in your finances here. We've got the Two of Discs, and this is a card of natural change. I don't know why I'm feeling like a period of 2 years is coming into my head. I don't know if that applies here or not, because sometimes Two of Pentacles does mean 2 years, but there's something, or maybe even 2 months. I don't know, but sometimes I don't know if that applies for somebody's particular situation, but that did jump into my head. There definitely seems like there's money coming, and whatever it is, it's coming as part of something that is a natural change, okay? There's movement and change and a natural flow of things. So if you have been worried about money, this definitely seems to indicate that maybe money coming in as a result of a change. This can also come up. Sometimes Two of Pentacles comes up when we are multitasking, when we have to do more than one thing to bring money in. So we may be juggling, different sources of income to get what we need. Now, the third house is Gemini energy. Gemini is about messages and communications. It's about self-employment. It is about brothers and sisters, if you have siblings. That aspect may or may not apply. This also has to do with travel, but it's more short distance travel, not long trips. So, okay, Crook and Flail with the 8 of Wands. So these are messages coming in really, really fast. With Crook and Flail, I don't know if these are messages about something legal. We do have 1 plus 7 is 8, and we have an 8 on this card. So 8 energy is, I mean, it could be something happening in 8. Okay, so yeah, maybe this is 2 months. I don't know, because that would be 8 weeks, right? But there definitely seems to be this 8. There's this 8 energy, and 8 energy is sort of moving towards completion. It's this, it's either, well, depending on the card, this is about the ways in which our energy is either getting itself stuck, or the way in which it's just suddenly moving ahead. Like there's this sudden application of things, or walking away from something. I mean, that's what the 8s are. We kind of have made certain decisions here, but there's definitely the idea of something moving along very, very fast. Sometimes travel is indicated with this, but I feel like there's messages coming in fast about something. Now, again, I don't know if this is a legal or professional person. This could be somebody who's just, if you're in your own business, maybe you're going to get a sudden rush of recognition for what you're doing, and maybe people are going to be interested in what you're doing. That is definitely a possibility here. There's sense of needing to, when we have Crook and Flail, there's definitely can be a sense of either being confident in ourselves, or this can also be about self-discipline, trying to use our expertise to kind of keep on top of things. But they're definitely, so either someone is contacting us about our expertise in something, or we're just getting messages that are coming in really fast about something. It could be from somebody who is a professional person or a legal person or something like that. I don't know why the word legal jumped into my head right away, which is why that's the first thing I said. Not only is the first meaning of this card, but I definitely feel like this has to do with like worldly status and reputation and things like that. So I feel like there's going to be messages that are going to be catapulting something ahead very, very fast. Okay. Fourth house, Cancer energy. Cancer is about your family, your home, your sense of being at home, your sense of security, your environment. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have Anubis with the Tower. Okay. So the Tower indicates, shaking the foundations here. So either your security's been shaken up, or there's something connected to a home or family situation, a tower that is going to collapse. Okay. Something that is, maybe that has been a sense of security for you, something you've relied on, is falling, is for whatever reason, whatever about it, that structure that has been unsound in your life is now, it's going to give way, and now there's going to be a need to rebuild in a more solid way. Now we do have this with Anubis, so Anubis seems to indicate that whatever's going on here, there is protection. Okay, protection and the ability to navigate your way through a situation. There may be a call for diplomacy. Sometimes Anubis comes up when we just have to laugh at the absurdity of something, so that can also come up. But nonetheless, I feel like there's going to be guidance through a situation, but something connected to your security is being torn down right now, and it may be rebuilt, but it does seem like you're going to have some guidance in this process. If I connect it with this, I don't know again if these are changes to something financial. If there's going to be a move of house, maybe something, or maybe if you bought a house, maybe there's going to be something about it that's problematic that you didn't realize. Like I said, there could be a family situation that comes up, and you're just like, whoa, that came from out of the blue, and maybe that's going to alter some dynamics. Like if somebody has some issues, or if you have maybe a relative who has certain issues, and maybe now there's going to be changes or decisions to be made. Maybe somebody needs more assistance. I don't know. There's all kinds of possibilities for what this could be. And the fact that I'm seeing perhaps messages about legal stuff, not sure, but it could be, it does seem like there's going to be some kind of sudden change coming in here. And so we've got the Tower, and what's also interesting to me is we have some 5 energy in here too. I've got a couple of 5s that suggest to me that, there is some kind of a struggle that seems to be coming up right now. Okay, so let's go to the 5th house. This has to do with creativity, with children, love affairs potentially, and it can also have to do with recreation, things like that, recognition. Okay, now we have Seth with Nephthys here. Okay, this is the ultimate combination of something we're hoping it's going to happen is not going to happen. if this is about or it's just not going to happen yet. There's major delays going on, and you're not going to know when something is going to come about. So this could connect to children in some way. Maybe there's a connection there to something happening with a child. If this is about a creative project, if this is about a love affair, then it definitely just seems like there may be something going on right now where maybe if you want to be involved with somebody, it's just not going to happen right now for whatever reason. Now, the fact that we have this with the Six of Discs, this is a card of charity. So I don't know if there's somebody, maybe some of you maybe are helping out a child, and that maybe it's a situation that is not going to end anytime soon, and that's a problem. Maybe that's where this financial worry comes in. I don't know. But it could also just be something, maybe there's something that you're trying to create or something that you're trying to do that is blocked right now. And there may be this idea of reliance on somebody else. When we have the Six of Pentacles here, it could be that either we are the ones who are shelling out to somebody. Like I said, that's why I said, sometimes if you have a child who you have to finance, through a problem, this can come up here. It can also come up when we are, when we maybe need to rely on the help from somebody else to create something or to do something. So I don't know. I feel like there's a situation where there may be assistance that is required. And I don't know, whatever the obstacle is here, it's basically saying that eventually there's going to be a change, but it's not really showing you exactly what that's going to look like or when that's going to happen yet. Okay, sixth house. This is Virgo. Has to do with health and healing. It can have to do with worry and anxiety. If you are working and if you have a job where you work for someone and get paid as opposed to being self-employed, this would have to do with job energy too. Sometimes has to do with pets for certain people. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands with the twins. Okay, so again, we have this energy. This is the wounded warrior energy. This could have to do with conflicts that you have with another person at work, or it could just be it doesn't have to necessarily be a coworker, because this is the house of worry. So this could just be somebody else in general. Maybe this is worry about a health situation with somebody, because again, there's the idea of another person here, and this is the Virgo house of that. But there definitely seems to be something where there is, this is like almost having to have the strength to push through something. Okay, I'm tired of this, but I've got to do it one more time. Like there's an energy of that with the Nine of Wands. But that wounded warrior energy is that way in which we are being vigilant for something. And at some point, you do have the Ten of Wands in the middle of the reading. There's definitely the sense of something that has been driving you crazy, whether it's a worry, whether it's a health issue, whether it has to do with a job. There's definitely this sense of needing to bring an end to something and to lay down your burdens. You know what I mean? So, so with the twins here, there's definitely something connected to somebody else. So there's definitely seems to be some kind of stress around either a person connected to a job, something connected to somebody's health, or there's just some kind of relationship or partnership that may have you feeling tired and feeling like you kind of want to get through something or finish something right now. Okay, seventh house, Libra energy. Libra is about relationships, so often committed partnerships. So marriages can have to do with business partnerships. It can have to do with contracts. Okay, so we have Ta with the Chariot. So this is definitely about hard work, gaining control of something. I mean, Ta as a masculine energy, this is very strongly Saturnian, very Capricornian. Capricorn in the seventh house is definitely the idea of, when it comes to love, it tends to be a very slow kind of a card, like a slow build or a slow burn. It could be about, something that's being built, or it could be about somebody who's very, very engrossed in work right now. And maybe that's why, if there's a love affair here, maybe that's why things aren't happening. If you are married, this could be your spouse is working very hard at something. Maybe there's travel involved here because we have the Chariot. But there's definitely the need of a situation, a relationship, either that's going to help you feel grounded or help you take control. Or maybe this is a factor here. If you have somebody who's always working and maybe traveling, And maybe that's a factor in some of the things that are going on here. So take it as it resonates. I generally don't see this as a negative combination. I basically see this as you either taking control in a partnership and trying to build something in a slow and steady manner so that it lasts, or this could be something that your partner is doing. This can also be, again, about a business partner as well. It doesn't have to be a spouse, but there's some kind of relationship with here where somebody is working very, very hard, and they maybe, again, travel does seem to be indicated here. There's Cancer energy connected with this, and like I said, this is Capricorn energy. They're actually on the same axis of each other, which is interesting. But I don't know. There's a strong feeling of a partnership. I don't know. Now, again, I'm seeing the work thing down here and seeing this, connected to a partner. Maybe you're working all the time and don't get to see a partner. Maybe they're working all the time and don't get to spend time with you. Nonetheless, there's also a strong sense of control and stability here. So it's also not out of the question that you have a partner who may be there, who's very solid for you in some way, or maybe helps you feel in control. That's the other possible. That would be the other end of the spectrum on that one. Okay, 8th house. This is the house of transformation. This is your own energy, Scorpio energy. And this is about endings and beginnings, transformations. It can also be about joint finances. Okay, this is where we have our 5 of Swords, but we have it with the wing disc. So wing disc indicates overcoming obstacles and problems. And maybe in this case, because we have it with the 5 of Swords, this may be overcoming worries and limitations. So it seems like there's some kind of a big change coming. Right now, there seems to be a bit of a struggle. I don't know if there's jealousies involved or bad behaviors, or if there's some situation that you feel defeated that you need to walk away from. I mean, there's a lot of energy here. I mean, seven of Cups, 9 of Wands, that you have the Tower. There's definitely a strong sense here. And then, you've got Seth over here too. There's a strong sense that you are looking to, you are tired of obstacles and blocks and tired of being defeated, and you want to be able to move ahead. And it does seem like that is something that is coming, that the success is coming, but at the moment it may feel like things are blocked. So there needs to be either a sense of patience with these limitations, or maybe a more of a thoughtful sit back about what it means to, what success and defeat look like what our limitations are, and what we might be able to potentially do about them. Okay, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. Sag has to do with expanding your horizons, Jupiter energy. So long distance travel, higher education and educational institutions, spirituality, religion, and faith, and institutions connected to that, your sense of freedom and independence, sometimes legal matters as well. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups with the Scarab. Okay, so there definitely seems to be movement or change here. I don't know if some of you are going to be moving someplace far away. That's not impossible here. But it could also be a new beginning in terms of going back to school. Maybe somebody is learning something new, or has a new faith in something. That can happen as well, or some kind of a change in your spiritual life. Nonetheless, whatever's going on, Scarab definitely brings a change about, or there could be a long trip that's going to bring a change. With the 4 of Cups, I feel like there's opportunities there, but you may not be seeing them. You may be only too focused on your limitations and where you're tired right now. So the 4 of Cups to me says, make sure you're seeing, and it's interesting because Sagittarius, one of the messages of Sagittarius is look at the bigger picture. And so I feel like there may be this energy of, there's this energy of dissatisfaction here with some kind of a change. Or it could just be saying, there's opportunities here, and maybe right now you're only seeing limitations in a particular situation. So I feel like, there's definitely a need to examine what not just kind of look at what we think is immediately in front of us, but we need to take a broader view so that we don't miss any opportunities here. 10th house, Capricorn. This is about career, reputation, fame, as father energy here as well. Okay, Pyramid with the Moon. So somebody is very uncertain about their next move in their career. And I don't know if there's some things going on at home that are making it this way, but there's definitely the sense here of you feel like you're being tested because there just may be things that are not clear to you right now. This is very amorphous. You have to rely more on intuitive knowing because there may not be a whole lot that's presenting itself to you. You may feel very restricted right now. But this is basically saying hang tight and you will make it in the end. If you have made a recent career change that has been leaving you feeling this way, then it could be just saying that you are you're going to move. You're going to move ahead here. I mean, you're going to. You need to understand that right now. I mean, yeah, and again, we're seeing this. This could be a creative project or something for somebody. You know, there's something here that's just not happening yet. And maybe where you feel like you have to rely on others to some degree, or they're overly relying on you and draining you. But whatever it is, I feel like there's a change coming. So basically it's saying, in spite of how uncertain things feel right now, hang tight and you'll make it in the end with this particular situation. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is about our friendships, it's about our social networks, business networks. It can be about our hopes and wishes, our goals, and our destiny. And yeah, we have Osiris with the 5 of Pentacles, the worry card. So yeah, we could be worried about a friendship. I know I say that because I see this twins card over here opposite. So I don't know if there's somebody in your network who has you concerned. This can indicate a lack of money or a worry about a lack of money. But again, we have this Osiris energy. So we have this strong, it's interesting how I'm seeing these with the idea of, you have like the winged disc with the 5 of Swords, and now you've got Osiris with the 5 of Pentacles. So I don't know, I have a feeling that there's a situation that seems more catastrophic than what it is right now. It does seem like there are options, but you need to look at what they are. I feel like you may just be looking at things. I mean, this to me, sometimes Osiris can just mean one way. I think you have a very strong leadership vibe and a lot of an ability here. Or you may just have somebody in your friend group who's very solid. Maybe this person's going to be a person who's going to be able to assist you. But there's definitely this strong sense that you are worrying a lot about something. Maybe about whether or not you're going to get one of your wishes, or if something's going to... And this could be because, again, I'm seeing this insecurity over here. And I feel like this might have to do with home and family, and maybe it's throwing some other things into doubt. Maybe if it's something that requires you to shell out money, or maybe requires you to get money from somebody else, you might be worried about what that means or what that looks like. But overall, I do feel like it means that your wishes, I think, are stable right now. Even if things are not moving forward, things do feel like there's a lot of slow growth energy. We have Earth, we have Ta, we have Osiris. There's a sense that things are kind of moving along slowly but steadily. And where there are obstacles, these are just places where, you might have to hang tight for right now. Okay, 12th house, Pisces energy, the house of self-undoing, the house of what we maybe fear or in doubt about, what we might be, what's something that we're not consciously thinking about. We either could be repressing it, or it's just something that's kind of floating around in the unconscious that is affecting us, but that maybe we're just not aware. I mean, it's not something we're presenting to others. Okay, so we have Isis with the 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is the card of dominion. So this is a card of preparation. Card of preparation and a card of patience. Isis has very strong mother energy, so I don't know if this has to do with a child. This could be your own concerns or worry, potentially as a mother, or at least with mother-type feelings, if you're a man watching the reading. And there definitely seems to be this idea of needing to persevere with something. 2s sometimes can have the element here of decision-making. So I almost feel like perhaps you're at a point where you're feeling like you're going to have to make some decisions you don't want to make. But there definitely seems to be the sense here of being patient with a situation. Okay, again, the fact that I'm seeing the Tower in the mother house, for some of you, maybe there are decisions to be made about somebody's mother. That's possible, at least in one particular case, at least. And again, I don't know who that is. Sometimes I get a very specific message for somebody that doesn't apply generally, which is what I mean by that. But nonetheless, there definitely seems to be decisions maybe that you're not really interested in facing right now. There does seem to also be a need not only for patience, but also for a certain amount of self-care as well. Now, overall, we have Lotus with the 10 of Wands. Okay, so 10 of Wands indicates, needing to drop your burdens, being overburdened, overworked, over-anxious. There's just something that's going to need to go here. And the fact, though, that I'm seeing these cards of natural change, Lotus suggests to me the idea of peaceful continuity. So I feel like there are changes coming, and I think you may be worried, or maybe a change has occurred, and I think you are feeling a ripple effect in your life and thinking, this is going to overwhelm me in all areas of my life. It's going to affect my career. Maybe it's going to affect my family, maybe my kids, maybe my relationships. There definitely seems to be some things here that they're on hold right now. There do seem to be some blocks, but ultimately, I think this is saying things are not, again, not as catastrophic as they look. There is a sense, I think there needs to be a sense of centering and grounding and getting out of this either overly fiery energy or this overly emotional energy, and just there's a lot of earth that's kind of spread through here. There could be a partner here, whether it's your spouse, business partner, or just somebody else significant, maybe who is going to help you be a rock for you or help provide that grounding. But yeah, it does seem like there have been some upsets lately, and maybe now you are worried about all these other aspects of your life. And maybe you're just feeling like, there's too much going on, I don't know what to do. But ultimately, I feel like the reality is that things may not be where you want them to be right now, but things are also not any worse, and it doesn't seem like they're going to get worse. So let's pull a Moonology card for Scorpio. Scorpio for June 11 through 24. Okay. 3 cards turned over. All right. Number 1, your commitment is being tested. Okay. So this is the first quarter moon. So you may be in a position, changes that have happened recently, maybe things affecting your security. They could be affecting a family situation. They could be affecting a creative project, a relationship, whatever it is. Your commitment to what your path is and where you're going is being tested. It's telling you we've got the new moon eclipse, which says to expect powerful change. So there's things happening. And yeah, with eclipse energy, it can be an uncomfortable ride. The eclipses seem to have been having a really strong effect on people. And you may say, yeah, but the eclipses happened like March, April. They did, but eclipses, the effects of eclipses happen over a 6-month period of time. So you may be starting to feel the effects of that here. And we have new moon in Aries, which is it's time to take action. So I feel like you may be feeling weighted down here, but and burdened and limited, but it's still saying you want to stay the course. You want to act. You want to, we've got this 8 of Wands energy down here in the 3rd house. You need to speak up, say the things that you need to say. Whatever's going on here that's connected to your security, it's part of a natural change, and the things that you're losing are the things that have needed to be corrected. Okay, when you have a strong Saturn element in the chart, and you have all of this uncertainty and this feeling of limitation, it's usually there because there's something to be corrected. So Scorpio, I would say the message for this week is consider areas that seem like they are insecure or falling apart. Look at what needs to be corrected here. So that's what I think the overall message is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video, give a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you have not and would like to be informed about when these videos come out. I wish you a very peaceful June, and hopefully all is well. I will see you towards the end of the month.